And
Chapman
doesn't get very far this time. Picks up maybe a yard or two. And then he's brought down very quickly on the tackle by, looks like Thibodeau. Don Thibodeau. And it'll chew up a little time. 2nd and 7, 3-yard pickup on the play. Clock ticking, 3:21. The possession time, they tell us unofficially, Somersworth has had the ball for just under 5 minutes in this ball game, and 18 minutes the ball has been controlled, or just under 18 minutes been controlled by Laconia, but Somersworth leads at 14-7. And Somersworth really, the Laconia crowd's getting vocal, but Somersworth really is more intent on chewing up the clock at this point as Crombie barrels through for a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 7.
There's still plenty of time on that clock, Charlie. And it looks like they're trying to eat it up.
3rd down and 7 for the Hilltoppers.
Now with high school ball, will you be surprised if they put that in the air?
I would be very. Coach Key's a little too conservative for that, I think. I think he'd like to get the first down, though, and he's got a 3rd and 7 situation. And they're going nowhere this time. So the Laconia defense up for the task.
That was
fine job. Fine job by the Laconia defense. Leading the charge for the Sachems is co-captain Carl McKissick. And it'll be a 4th and 9, and Somersworth will be forced to kick the football away, and they will give Laconia some pretty good field position in possession with a minute 50 or so to go.
Oh.
Flag on the play, gets away a good boot. Taken at the 43-yard line by Snyder, down to the 40.
Nice.
Loses the football! Pounced on by Somersworth. Might have gone out of bounds first. There is a penalty marker down in the Somersworth backfield, though.
That's last possession, and it was held by Laconia on that loose ball going out of bounds.
Almost a break for the Hilltoppers.
Against the Hilltoppers on a penalty. Illegal procedure.
So the procedure call against Somersworth, and Laconia will have pretty good field position.
Well, let's see if they accept it or reject it.
See what their 2-minute drill looks like.
So it wouldn't have made any difference if Somersworth recovered that fumble. They would have lost the ball regardless.
Is that regardless or irregardless?
Irregardless.
Irregardless?
I'll say regardless.
Wow.
You know, looking at this first half now with Crombie, the week that he had last Saturday, I guess he was well scouted because they're keying on him.
It really shut him down, but as you said so many times, Jim, this Somersworth backfield is outstanding. And if one man is off, another man is on. And tonight has belonged to Jason Pluff thus far.
They declined the penalty.
They do decline the penalty. We've got a minute 43 on the clock.
And
enough time for Laconia to do something, as it'll be 1st and 10 from the Somersworth 38-yard line.
And we've seen what this Aaron Jones can do with that ball when he puts it in the air.
Jason Mead and Chris Snyder split to the left. Jones back to pass, looking, finds his intended receiver, Jaguar. Jaguar brought down to the 29-yard line, inbounds. In the tackle for the Somersworth Hilltoppers was Mike Chapman, and the clock continues to tick, 1:27. No huddle offense for Laconia.
That's the advantage that Somersworth has now, that clock.
Mead to the left, and Snyder split to the right. Pass intended for Snyder. He's wide open at the 15, down to the 20. 25 down to the 20, and then runs out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So the no-huddle play works very impressively for Laconia. They pick up the first down and then some, and they've got excellent field position with a minute 8 to play in the first half.
There wasn't a man in 20 yards of that receiver on that last play. Now they're in field goal range. 1st
and 10 from the 17-yard line of Somersworth. Laconia has plenty of time now. They've got a minute and 8 on the board. Matt Geyer split wide along with Chris Snyder. Again, Jones wants to throw, has plenty of time. Looking deep, overthrows the intended receiver, Scott Guyette.
Yeah. He was covered by Chapman. Good defensive play by Chapman.
Mike Chapman doing a fine job defensively. Plays both ways in the backfield and offense as well, as so many of these Somersworth players do. That makes it a 2nd and 10. from the 17. Laconia with a chance to tie this game up as they head into the locker room at halftime. Excellent field position. And again, the two receivers split to the left, Jason Mead and Chris Snyder.
Hunker down, Toppers.
Again, Jones wants to pass. Looks and intercepted. Intercepted and bring it back to the 45-yard line and knocked down at the 44. Number 45 of the Somersworth Hilltoppers, co-captain Chris Sarecchia with the big interception. Brings it down to the 45-yard line on the interception, but more importantly, kills another potential rally for Laconia.
Now the biggest enemy that the Satchels has is that clock.
Sarecchia with the big interception, picked it off as 1st and 10 for the Toppers.
You can almost sense that coming, Charlie, on those flat passes. Got away with it too many times.
Got to believe that Coach Keys will just kill off the final minute or so. They'll play very conservative football. Oh, a lot of white jerseys in there.
Boy, you see that 77 going there.
Oh boy. Poor Jason Pluff was at the bottom of about 7 or 8 red jerseys.
Yeah,
but he just gets up. I mean, he's not a big boy either, Jason.
Radcliffe was on there, Charlie, 5'6", 220 pounds.
I think Pluff had about 1,000 pounds of meat on top of him. 10 seconds. This will be the final play of the first half with the Toppers. Pitch out. Goes to Chapman. Chapman turning the corner on the right. Picks up an excellent block. Jason Pluff with a good block right in front of him. Chapman brought down at the midfield stripe. And the gun sounds, ending the first half of football. So it has been an exciting half. Well, we've got one heck of a ball game going on here at Laconia High School, as the crowd certainly showing their appreciation as the teams head to the locker room at the completion of the first 2 quarters of play. So after the first half here at Laconia with Hilltoppers taking the field as we get ready for the start of the second half here at Laconia High School. Charlie Sherman along with Jim Fabiano bringing you all of the action right here on Channel 12. Very quickly running down the scoring in the first half. In the first quarter, it was Scott Jaguar breaking away for a 49-yard touchdown pass play from quarterback Aaron Jones. The point after kick was good by Jamie DeCormier. That made it 7-0. Hilltoppers came right back on a 72-yard run from scrimmage by Jason Pluff. The point after attempt, a kick by Matt Hamilton, was no good, short and off to the left. The score was 7-6 at that point. In the second quarter, Jason Pluff broke away again, this time for 79 yards for a touchdown. The point after was good for 2. Kevin Strong to Mike Chapman, that made it 14-7. That's what the score was at the half. As we get ready for second half play, Laconia with a pretty good return, getting down to the 36-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sachems.
I'll tell you, that was a saving tackle by one of his own men, C. Jacobs, that got in front of him.
In that first half, in the 24 minutes that we played, the ball was controlled unofficially by Laconia for 18 of those 24 minutes. And all they have to show for it is 1 touchdown. 1st and 10 for Laconia. Jones pitches it off.
Wide open.
Plenty of running room. Shoots, still on his feet. And he gets dragged down from behind. Good tackle, good saving tackle there by number 39 for the Somersworth Hilltoppers. York with the tackle. York catching up with Shute, but Shute gets down to the 41-yard line. And again, Laconia moving the ball well.
There's another indication of the Somersworth speed, whether it's in the backfield or the defensive line.
1st and 10 from the 41 for Laconia. Hand off again to the big guy, Shute. Jaguar breaking away, piling up more yardage. Picking up another 8 yards in that carry. And it becomes 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line of Somersworth. Very quickly out of the shot, right out of the opening gun. The Sachems moving it on the ground, grinding it out, 7, 8, 9 yards a carry.
Scott Brown was in on that last tackle.
Again, the handoff this time. It's Shute again. And Shute doesn't get the first down. He's short, picks up maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1 at the 32-yard line. 3rd and 1 for Laconia. Matt Geyer brings in the play from the bench. Geyer, a receiver, he'll be split wide to the right. Handoff again. This time looks like they got enough as Jason Shute carries it through, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Shute barreling through. Picking up a good tackle by center Sean O'Brien.
Holding.
And tough call for Laconia. Holding call against Laconia. They picked up enough for the first down, but it will certainly be nullified. That's going to move them back 10 yards. And that hurts. You pick up the big play, you get the enthusiasm and the momentum going in your favor, and they deflate your balloon.
You talk about a big, big play, and that was it, Charlie. 3rd down, inches to go.
So now we have a 3rd down and 8 situation. Ball marked at the 38-yard line. Geyer wide to the left. Fakes one handoff and then gives it to, is that Cormier with it? No, that was Shute. Jason Shute with it. Picks up maybe a yard. Now it's a 4th down situation, so it's funny how the whole scenario changes very quickly for Laconia. Becomes a 4th and 7.
Good defensive play by Goslin on that last play.
Coach Jim Fitzgerald trying to decide. We got an official's timeout. And will they go for the first down on a 4th and 7? Or will they boot it away? Geyer goes back into the game, bringing in the play from Coach Jim Fitzgerald. Ball at the 38-yard line.
They had the same formation the last time, then they went into a kicking formation. They're going to stay with it.
They're going to stay with it this time. Jones, back to pass, looking deep, overthrowing his intended receiver by Plenty Snyder, pointing that he got bumped, but the ball was overthrown about 5 yards over Snyder's head, and the Hilltoppers take over possession at the 38-yard line.
Did a nice job on that, including with the officials' help on that holding play.
Well, the penalty just comes back. You know, they hurt so much, Jim. You hear so much about fundamental football and how penalties can really affect your game, and there's a perfect situation. Laconia was driving. They got off to a great start in their first couple of plays in the second half, and then that penalty just turned things right around for them. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Quarterback Kevin Strong leading the offense. Hands it quickly.
Chapman.
And Mike picks up a couple of yards. Gets to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line before he's brought down on the play. 9 minutes straight up in the 3rd quarter. Somersworth leading at 14-7, 2 Jason Pluff touchdowns.
Brought down by Dan Rates. Big red jersey.
Tony Fletcher comes into the game for the Toppers. He replaces Jamie Bickford. Somersworth operating out of the straight tee. 3 backs behind the quarterback. Hand it off, and again a pickup of a couple of yards, but falling down quickly is Chapman. Maybe gets a yard or 2 on the play. Now they're going to mark it as a loss of a yard on the play. And that'll make it a 3rd and 7, so very quickly Somersworth on a 3rd down situation.
Dan Tebow smelled that last play out. Good defensive play. Put the ball in the air. We'll see.
I think I'd give it a shot. Somersworth has thrown but 1 pass all day. Strong pitches it to Chapman again on the right. Chapman trying to turn the corner. He does. At the 45, 48-yard line. And Chapman should have enough for the first down. It's going to be close. Down. We'll say they dropped the yard marker. But he's got it. He's got it by at least a yard or 2. Yes, the referee marks it. And it's a first down. Chapman turning the corner and picking up enough for the first down. Somersworth maintains possession. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line, just before the midfield marker. 7:37 to play in the 3rd quarter.
That Chapman is really showing some speed. He's weighed his 200 pounds, standing at 5'10".
And again, the Hilltoppers keeping it on the ground. This time it's Crombie. Chris barreling through again, picking up another 3 yards, 4 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and 6. So Chris getting the opportunity to handle the football a little bit. He dominated last Saturday in the season opener against Monadnock.
Bill Ratcliffe going into that game, 5'9", 220.
Third quarter moving a lot quicker than the first two, as the Toppers are now in possession and in control. Strong looking, had 2 men wide open, but the ball was tipped, as you said, Jim.
Flagged.
There's a penalty marker on the field. Pass was intended for Tony Feletra. There's a marker in the Somersworth backfield. It'll probably be against the Hilltoppers.
Toppers are cheering, and looks like it's going to.
It's in the backfield.
For some reason. See what it's going to be. Oh, roughing the passer.
So I guess that's why the ball looked like it was tipped. Kevin Strong walking over. Arm was a little, he's kind of swinging it around. Talking to Coach Keys. Kevin made a nice recovery from that injured ankle. Had everybody holding their breath at Somersworth High last week when he went down in the third quarter. Hey, O'Connor came in and replaced him, though, and did a fine job showing that he hadn't forgotten how to run a team on offense. So they mark it off the roughing the passer call, and it puts Somersworth in excellent field position.
See Kevin Strong limping a little bit out there.
Well, that ankle's still wrapped very tight. Talked to Coach Keys before the game, and he said that Kevin wasn't 100%, but he certainly was going to get out there and give it his all.
Oh, mix up there.
Little broken play, and Chapman goes down hard with 3 or 4 men on top of him. 3 or 4 big men, including the biggest, number 78, the captain, Rick McKinstock, I think is how you say it. Mark McKinstock, one of the captains.
That offensive line has really shown some guts. They're really pushing those big men there in the red team backwards on the snap of the ball.
2nd and 6 for the Toppers at the 28-yard line of Laconia. Pitches it out to Crombie. Crombie on the right, still on his feet, turning the corner. Crombie to the 25, to the 20, out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Chris Crombie pushed out of bounds by Jason Mead.
I think he's got it.
And he's got the first down again. So Somersworth really taking care of the clock here in the third quarter. As I said earlier, the entire first half, the possession time was 18-6 roughly. Laconia with possession, but Somersworth with the 2 touchdowns at the half. This third quarter has been almost entirely Somersworth. Laconia took the opening kickoff, and then after 4 plays gave up the football, and it has been all Somersworth as we have just 5:45 to play in the third quarter. Handoff again. Is that Chapman? No, that's not 45. Chapman. A little change. This time they give it to Serecchia, who was operating out of the backfield.
Captain Serecchia.
And Chris barrels forward for a yard or so. See where they mark it. It's marked at the, looks like about the 16-yard line. 2nd down.
Oh, what an opening play that was. Crombie.
And Chris picks up a couple more.
Boy, that
looks like a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and 3 for Somersworth. Moving it down to the 12-yard line.
That defensive line is doing one heck of a job in pushing that red team right back on the snap of the ball. Getting a jump on them.
Clock ticking, 4:47. Third quarter. Somersworth trying to add to their 7-point lead. They're up 14-7.
Big important play coming up.
Fake handoff. Strong wants to keep it himself. Breaks the tackle and falls down. Strong again operating with that heavily taped ankle. And Kevin cannot pick up the yardage.
Field goal.
Dropped at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 3. I guess I'd go for it, Jim. I think I'd hold the field goal unit off for a while. They're deep enough in Laconia territory that if they, in fact, they are not successful, at least Laconia is back deep in their own territory. Coach Keys calling some plays in. A little confusion. And the Toppers are going to go for it. 4th and 3. And too much confusion, and Somersworth calls a timeout.
I think they also call it, too, for that delay of game, which was a smart call.
So with 3:54 to play in the third quarter, our Care Pharmacy scoreboard shows the Hilltoppers leading Laconia by a score of 14-7.
Serving the energy needs of the 90s is Rochester Stove Company, 4 AGONIC Road in Rochester, offering the finest in wood and coal stoves. Cold weather brings high heating bills, so check out the heating alternative. The finest in brand names in the business in many distinctive styles and sizes. Stove accessories are available as well, plus delivery and setup. Feel secure in these changing times, plus save on energy costs. It's all available from the folks at Rochester Stove Company, 4 AGONIC Road in Rochester.
We've got 3:54 remaining in the third quarter. Somersworth still with possession. Big 4th and 4 play for the Toppers. Ball at the 13-yard line.
Pass to the right.
You're absolutely right. Strong looking, and it's complete.
It's not in first down, though. It's going to be close, very close.
Crombie. Let's see where he comes down. He's got the first down, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be a first and goal. Strong completes the pass to Crombie. First completion of the game for the Hilltoppers, and it's a big one.
You talk about a real good touch on floating that ball right up into his arms.
How'd you know he was going to call that short pass to the right? All those years of experience. Now it becomes a first and goal for the Hilltoppers. Ball at the 3-yard line. They've got to move it 3 yards to get on the board.
Big number 8.
Crombie again, through the middle.
Got it.
In for the touchdown. Chris Crombie bringing it in for the score, and the Somersworth Hilltoppers increase their lead 20-7.
What an exciting team this team is. Speed, good defensive linemen, offensive linemen. They're going to be exciting this year.
Chris Crombie.
Well, I would believe that seeing that they were successful in their last 2 extra points, they'll try it again. Well, they're going to go with the kick, Charlie.
So they will try for the point after. Williams' boot is long enough, but it's off to the left.
Oh, good. They should stick to the 2 points.
Hamilton, I think I said Williams. Matt Hamilton's point after, no good. But with 3:25 remaining, our Care Pharmacy scoreboard tells the story. Somersworth Hilltoppers 20, the Laconia Sachems 7. We'll be back right after these messages.
Todd's Seafood Restaurant, located on the AGONIC Road in Rochester, is well known for their incredible portions of fried or broiled seafood. Bring the whole family. Watch them dig in. Generous helpings and wholesome goodness are why so many people keep returning. Nobody serves seafood like Todd's. And remember, right next door is David's Fish Market for fresh fish selections daily. Many kinds to choose from, all tenderly delicious and nutritious. David's Fish Market specializes in daily supplies of live lobster, as well as such delicacies as Alaskan king crab. For a lunch or dinner out, it's Todd's Seafood, and for the freshest fish available at home, it's David's Fish Market, located on Route 125 in Rochester.
Chris Crombie carries it in for 3 yards and puts the Toppers up by 2 touchdowns. They lead this one now 20-7 with 3:25 to play in the third quarter. Hamilton gives it a ride deep to the 15-yard line. Snyder trying to break over to the left. Snyder picks up a good block, still on his feet at the 30, dodges a tackle, and is brought down at the, 30, where are they marking? 32-yard line.
And that was tackled by Rick Deschanis. He's only a freshman.
Seeing some action on special teams. Let me run down the scoring quickly for the Somersworth, well, really for both teams in the first quarter. Scott Jaguar on a 49-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Jones. Point after was good on the kick by Jamie DeCormier. That made it 7-0 Laconia. And the Toppers came right back. Let's run this play first. Well, there's an option play for you. Intended for Snyder, overthrown. First time we've seen that this afternoon or this evening. Scott Jaguar taking the handoff, and Jaguar throwing the pass intended for Chris Snyder, but it's overthrown by about a yard. It was 7-0. Jason Pluff on a 72-yard run from scrimmage, though. The point after by Matt Hamilton was no good. It was 7-6 in the first quarter. That's how it ended. In the second quarter, Jason Pluff on a 79-yard touchdown run. The conversion was good. A pass from Kevin Strong to Mike Chapman. That made it 14-7. And here in the third quarter, Chris Crombie taking it in from 3 yards out, making it 20-0. The point after attempt, no good. Toppers leading it with 2:55 to play in the third quarter. Long pass again intended for Snyder. This time it's overthrown by about 10 yards.
And he had to jump on that defensive back.
Jones just flicked that one out. And Snyder indeed outran his receiver, but Jones overthrowing him by quite a bit. So a lot of frustration now on the part of the Laconia Sachems, as it is now a 3rd and 10.
Tom O'Connor playing that left side of that backfield defensively.
Third down situation, ball at the 34-yard line.
No confusion.
Back to pass again. Throws a short one over the middle, nobody there. Little pressure being applied there in the backfield by the Hilltoppers.
Looks
Derek
like
Carrigan just walking right in. He picked up got hit on a pretty good block, but still managed to put the pressure on.
Looks like that was a good setup play by the lineman and just flipped it right over there, but there was no back to receive it.
No, sir. So Laconia will be forced to boot it back deep as Chris Crombie back at his own 45-yard line.
Topper should be in pretty good field position.
Aaron Jones will kick it. The quarterback is also the punter. Gives it a nice high
Big danger.
Spiral. They're saying that he called for the fair catch.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Can't do that. If you call for the fair catch, you can't run with it. Jason Pluff deciding to run with it, and they got the flag right down there. They're going to mark it off against Somersworth. You call for a fair catch, you cannot run with the football.
The advantage would be all for the Sachems on that. If he hit him and he fumbled that ball, that would have been in play.
So they'll mark this one off against Somersworth.
Yeah, he's still limping. I noticed that.
Kevin Strong is limping back onto the field. Ankle appears to be bothering him a little bit. They mark this one off against Somersworth. So it moves it back to the 38-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers with 2:36 remaining in the third quarter. Kevin Strong still in at quarterback. Hands it off to Crombie. Crombie finds a hole off tackle, gets to the 41-yard line.
He was juking on that one.
Crombie brought down on the play by number 45, Jamie DeCormier.
Read
it. Second down. Ball at the 41-yard line. And it's going to be a loss on this play. Pluff getting nowhere that time. Well, Jason can't be fortunate every time he puts his hands on the football. That makes it a 3rd and 12 situation. Minute 30 to play in the third quarter. Somersworth has controlled the ball for virtually the entire third quarter.
T-Ball was in on that last play. Held his ground, made a good tackle.
Strong limping noticeably now.
Delay a game.
A little too much time that time. That's going to cost the Toppers another 5 yards. Getting a little sloppy out there. They'll mark off 5 more. That'll make it a 3rd and 22.
Boy, that was a fast one.
Maybe they want to get home and watch Dallas. That's still on? Dallas still on?
Absolutely. I don't know. You're so.
I don't watch TV. No, I don't watch TV. All I watch is Channel 12.
And sell.
I watch the Home Shopping Show.
And sell videotapes.
Yeah, that's right. I only watch Terry McGargan and Carol Dudley. Handoff. Chapman breaking off tackle. Heading down the sidelines. Down at the 46-yard lines. Chapman will run out of bounds by Jason Mead. Knocking Chapman out of bounds, but Mike with a nice run picks up the
first down.
It should be the first down. We'll see where they mark it.
Got it. Giving it to him.
They give it to him, yep. Down to the 47-yard line into Laconia territory. And Mike Chapman with a big run picks up the first down, and the Toppers maintain possession. So it's 1st and 10 from the 46 with 51 seconds to play in the third quarter. Strong gives it to Crombie. Crombie twisting and turning.
Yeah, he took that ball right from him.
Yeah, he did. Took it right out of Crombie's hands.
Right from him.
And the fumble recovered. It was really just stripped out of Crombie's hands.
He went
and on the bottom of the pile is Scott Fontaine.
Now he carried that ball like a pancake that time.
So Fontana with the fumble recovery. And Laconia catches a break with 34 seconds to play in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Sachems at their own 41-yard line. Quarterback Aaron Jones needs to put something together. Here comes Jaguar. Jaguar to midfield, the 48-yard line, and then run out of bounds.
Well,
Jaguar gets up to the 48-yard line before Tony Faletra pulls him out of bounds.
Good safety tackle by Tony.
First down for the Sachems. 21 seconds. The clock stops as the man goes out of bounds.
Yeah. So that clock should be going.
No, it shouldn't. He went out of bounds.
Oh, out of bounds. You're right.
Watch the game. 1st and 10. Handoff again. Breaking through is Shoot. Gets to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 10 yards on the play. See if they give him enough for the first down. Might be short by a half yard. It's going to be close. Yeah, it's going to be about a half yard short. So a pickup of 9.5 yards on the play by Jason Shoot.
You want to use that big M word again. You know what side that's on. The big red.
That's right. As the gun sounds, that's the end of the third quarter. We've got 12 minutes of football remaining here at Laconia High School. And at the end of 3 quarters, our Care Pharmacy scoreboard shows the Somersworth Hilltoppers 20, Laconia Sachems 7. We'll be back with the final quarter right after these messages.
Fast becoming the area's hotspot for a delightful night of fun, 50s and 60s style, it's Villa Italiano, located at the Friendship Inn in Dover. A completely remodeled dance floor and stage, plus an expanded lounge, make it the best in the area. Also at Villa Italiano will be some of the biggest names in show business entertaining you. Dance and enjoy 6 nights a week. Great times will be surely remembered at Villa Italiano, 50s and 60s style entertainment at the Friendship Inn in Dover.
I've ready for the fourth quarter. Somersworth leading at 20-7. Laconia driving though. They are in desperate need of a touchdown. Shoot. Twisting and turning. Winds his way down for about 5 yards on the carry. Jason at the bottom of the pile. Brought down there by number 22 of the Somersworth Hilltoppers, Derek Carrigan.
Now let's see if they do it with that clock.
And it's another first down.
Yep, he's going.
1st and 10 for the Sachems. Ball at the 35-yard line of Somersworth. Sachems trying to get something moving. Pitch out, bobbled.
Nice.
Jaguar manages to hold on to it. Gets his balance back, goes forward. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the carry before he's brought down.
He did that all in his own on that too. Quick
A lot of bobbling going on with that ball.
Quick change of motion, left to right.
Scott Jaguar saving that play and picking up 3 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 31. 11 minutes, 10 seconds to play fourth quarter. Somersworth leading at 20-7. Again, a handoff up the middle to Jason Shute. And again, it's successful for another 3 or 4 yards.
Oh, here's that big third down.
We've seen a lot of them this evening. 3rd and 2 for the Sachems.
Somersworth's doing a real good bang-up job in coming in and getting in that secondary in those pass plays.
3rd and 2 at the 27-yard line. Hand off to Jaguar. Jaguar brought right down.
Hey.
What a horse collar tackle there by Jamie Bickford.
That was a big one.
Bickford was just waiting for Jaguar. Jumped right on him, pushes him back for another 4 yards, and now it's a 4th and 5. Big play by Jamie Bickford.
Well, the minds will be turning right now on this play.
Yeah, you got to go for it. You're inside the 30-yard line. You're at the 29.
Well, you put it
Fourth
in the air,
down,
you
and
put it in the
for
ground.
10 minutes, I guess you got to put it up in the air. You go for the short screen. Your famous short screen to the right.
I would put on the ground, Charlie.
They've got Geyer split to the right. Back to pass, looking to the left, and it's complete to Snyder. Snyder knocked out of the bounds. See where they mark it. Will they give him the first down? I don't think so. I think he's short. Yes, indeed. Snyder, short. And the Toppers stop the Sachems. So the pass play was complete from Aaron Jones to Chris Snyder. Pretty play, but it comes up short of the first down, and the Toppers will take over possession with 9:48 remaining in the fourth quarter.
I didn't get that defensive back that made that sensational play.
1st and 10 for Somersworth at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Chapman up to the 30. Gain of 5 on the play. Mike Chapman has been the workhorse in the backfield tonight, along with Jason Pluff. But Chris Crombie has done his job as well, also doing a fine job of blocking in the backfield. Toppers leading at 20-7, 9:20 to play fourth quarter. 2nd and 5 from the 30.
Quick opening plays.
And no pickup that time as Crombie gets pulled down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss on the play.
Good defensive play by Dan Thibault in that line.
Thibault right there waiting for Chris Crombie. And very quickly, it's a 3rd and 4 for the Toppers.
I think if Kevin Strong didn't have a bad leg, you'd probably see a keeper.
Somersworth reluctant to put the football in the air thus far in the game. Pitch out goes to Crombie. Crombie goes forward for a yard or two, but he's going to be way short of the first down. Crombie brought down by Matt Goyer. The Toppers will have to boot it away. So one of the quicker possessions for Somersworth. It'll be a 4th and 2, but they won't take any chances here. They'll boot it. 8:16, clock ticking. Eric Gilbert back to punt for the Toppers. Bad snap. Gilbert gets away good with though. Is at the 42. Picked up by Snyder at the 40. Now he changes direction. Still at the 40, 41, heading for the left. He's not getting anywhere. Makes 4 yards on it. And Snyder is brought down at the 43-yard line by George Fournier.
He ran about 40 yards east and
Covered
west.
a lot of ground sideways, didn't he? Yeah. If he went north instead of east, he probably would have been a lot better off. George Fournier there waiting for him as Snyder decided to change direction, got nowhere really. And time becomes a big factor for the Sachems. 7:43, clock ticking. 1st and 10 from the 44. Martin Jones still in at quarterback, running the show. Jason Shute gets past midfield to the 48-yard line. There's Mike Chapman at the bottom of the pile. Also in there.
Nice job.
Chapman getting some help from Tony Filetra as they stop the big man, Jason Shute.
Tony holding onto his back. Hope he's all right.
6-yard pickup. 2nd and 4 for Laconia. 7 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Jones handing it off. Jaguar looks like he's got enough for the first down, and he does. Jaguar gets it down to the 43-yard line, and that's enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was stopped by Captain Chris Sericchio.
Bill Sericchio in there as well as Fournier. Captain's leading the way. In on the tackle, 6:43. And it's a 1st and 10 for Laconia. Ball at the Somersworth 43-yard line. Quick handoff. Again, Jason Shute. Shute brought down by the big man,
Bob Goslin.
73, Goslin. Goslin, 6'4", 250 pounds.
And only a sophomore.
Moving like a cat out there, though, Jim. Indeed, only a sophomore, Big Bob Goslin. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. They mark it at the 43. 6:03.
Yeah.
Back to pass. It's complete. Jason Mead knocked out of bounds. Gets enough for another first down.
You know, if they did that once during this game, they did at least 12 times and get away with it. Those flat passes.
It's worked virtually every time. I'm not sure why hasn't he done it more.
Put double coverage on the side.
Get just under 6 minutes. If you get something that's working for you, continue to do it. Somersworth having a tough time defending against those out in the flats. 5:52. Clock stops as Mead was knocked out of bounds. But it's another first down, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line of Somersworth.
They're picking on Eric Gilbert there, the defensive back.
They're over by the far hash mark. Jones keeping it himself, dodges one tackle, still on his feet, tripped up. And Jones kept it himself before he was finally tripped up in the play by Tommy O'Connor.
Jamie Bickford also went on that play.
That keeps the clock moving with 5.5 minutes to play. Pickup of 6 yards to 2nd and 4. 27-yard line is where they put it. Second and 4 for the Sachems. Shute, trying to turn, now cutting the other way. Should have enough for the first down, and a little bit more. So Shute with the first down, brought down by Chris Sericchio. But he does pick up that first down. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
I like the way these backs cut. They get down there and just spin on a dime.
Remember when you used to do that?
Many years ago.
I've read about it. I remember those days.
Documented.
1st and 10.
Oh, goes.
Breaking away again. Hurdling one defender is Jason Shute before he comes down. Shute grinding it out, picking up 5 or 6 on that play. And it's 2nd and 4. Marking it at the 14-yard line.
Chris Sericchio in on that tackle. Sericchio.
Out come the Sachems, wasting very little time, as time is not on their side. 4:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Up the middle, nearly a yard.
Well, that'll eat up some time.
Not a wise call. Jason Shute twisting and turning for maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 3. And that keeps the clock moving with 3:55. Each play eating up close to a minute. Matt Geyer wide to the left. Around the right side. Gagier. And Jagier very slow getting up. Picks up enough for the first down. And it makes it a 1st and goal.
Trying to get that tackle is done, but it looked like 14, and we don't have it. 44.
1st and goal for the Sachems. Ball at the 7-yard line. And we get a quick whistle.
Oh, illegal procedure.
And it should be against the Sachems.
They're pointing. They're pointing.
No, it's against Somersworth. Procedure call against the Toppers. Laconia threatening. They are within striking distance.
Half the distance. That ball.
So half the distance, they mark it down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal from the 4. And not enough.
Yeah.
No, sir.
That'll lead up the clock.
Scott Jagier bringing it down another 2 yards.
Yard to go.
Going to mark it at the 1. So they give him 3 yards on the carry. 1st and goal from the 1.
Hunker down.
This time I think they may have it. No.
No signal yet. The official's timeout.
They got it. Bottom of the pile.
Delayed call.
And Aaron Jones kept it himself and brought it in from the 1. And it is 20-13. 2:59 to play.
Game isn't over yet.
A 1-yard carry by the quarterback, Aaron Jones. And they will go for the 2.
Well, there's a substitute coming in.
No, they're going to go for the 1. They're going to try and kick it through. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it's blocked. It's blocked. Deflected by number 55 of Somersworth.
That's a big one.
Wayne McKay, 6'3", 245 pounds, got around the side, managed to deflect the ball, and that hurts tremendously for Laconia, and a big break for the Toppers. With 2:59 remaining, our Care Pharmacy scoreboard tells the story. Somersworth 20, Laconia 13. We'll be right back.
New England Furniture Company of Farmington is the area's exclusive dealer for top quality mattresses and bedding direct from New Hampshire Bedding of Manchester, the recognized manufacturing leader in the Northeast for nearly a century. Any size mattress, as well as made to order, skillfully put together by crafted professionals. Much better quality at much better prices because you're buying direct from factory to New England Furniture. They're made right, and they're made right here in this area. No one can do it better. That's why the bedding department at New England Furniture Company is not knowingly undersold. Come in and say hello to Mel Woodman and all the staff. And remember, the best in rest costs less at New England Furniture Company at the corner of Route 11 and 153 in Farmington.
I don't think the
Well, you would think that with 2:59 remaining that Laconia would try the onside kick. Don't be surprised if that is what they attempt to do.
I don't think the Toppers are ready for it.
And they do try it, and it's pounced on very quickly. That's what you do. That's exactly what they teach in practice. If it comes towards you, just pounce on it, and that is what the Somersworth has done. Brian Caron just flopping on top of the football on the onside kick, and Somersworth takes over at midfield.
What Somersworth has to do now is get about 2 first downs, and they'll eat up that clock.
Well, there isn't a lot to eat up. 2:57. The clock is ticking right now, and Somersworth, you can be sure, will take their sweet time about it. They lead this by 7, 20-13.
You got to watch out for that stealing of the ball. That's always been done in practice.
1st and 10 for the Toppers. Hand off to Crombie. Crombie protecting the ball with both arms, but down at the line of scrimmage. But that will eat a good 30 seconds, and it becomes a 2nd and 10. 2:27 clock ticking away the seconds. Laconia needs to get their hands on the football. Somersworth needs a first down to maintain possession.
Just skirt those ends. That'll eat up the clock.
2:11. Second and 10. Long count by Strong. Gives it to Chapman. Chapman breaking free. Gets about 7 or 8 on the play.
Big play. Clock still going, as you mentioned.
Chapman brought down by Chris Snyder. Gets it down under 2 minutes. 1:50, 49. And so it runs. Crombie comes in. Out goes Jason Pluff, who's had an outstanding ball game, scoring 2 touchdowns. Minute and a half.
Kevin showing a lot of poise out there with that clock.
3rd and 3. As you've said so many times, Jim, an important 3rd down situation for Somersworth. Hand off to Crombie, barreling forward. It's going to be close. Going to be very close depending on where they mark it.
The spot is the important thing right now.
I say he may be short, Jim.
Measurement.
I think the ref wants a measurement with 1:17.
It's going to be close.
Even if they're short, I would imagine they would go for it with a 4th and short, because there will be a 4th and inches if they don't have it. And I've been wrong so many times on these.
They got it? No, missed it.
Oh!
1 inch.
Yeah. Oh, is that tight? Usually you say 4th and inches. This time, Jim, I think it's 4th and an inch.
An inch. You're right. This is nervous time now, right now.
Who do you give it to? Strong's got the bad ankle. You don't want him to keep it.
You just might see it. I'd give it to the big heavy-set guy, Chapman. Either he or Soricchio.
Well, Chapman's been the workhorse.
You're at a Crombie.
1:16, clock moving.
Crombie.
Big 4th down and an inch for Somersworth. Gives it to Chapman. He's got it. Chapman breaking through.
The workhorse.
Gets a couple more than needed. And the Toppers maintain possession with 1:06 to play. And we get a penalty marker in the backfield.
Oh, no.
In the Somersworth backfield.
Time to call it.
Oh, what a tough call to make.
Oh. Charlie, this is where I'm talking about you need a commissioner out here on these officials.
No, he's at the beach tonight. The NHIAA commissioner, Jim Damaris, couldn't make it tonight.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And they're going to mark it off against Somersworth. And it's a big one. It is not a 5-yard procedure.
He called it unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh,
some reason.
Oh, what a horrible call. Terrible call. Why do these referees continue to make these types of calls on a regular basis? Every year, it seems that close games
and always last minute.
They're always controversial calls. Always end up. How many times have we seen it happen year after year? You just sometimes have to keep that handkerchief for just blowing your nose and not throw it when it's unnecessary.
Jim Key's called him over. He wants a good explanation of that one. He's at the sidelines now talking to him.
That makes it a 1st and 10. Now let's see, what does it make it? Let's see where, no, it's, everybody's confused.
The only thing he didn't do is call it a flagrant foul. If he did that, we'd have to be disqualified not only for this game, but the following game, which is a
Somersworth gets
rule.
Let's map it out here for you. Somersworth does have the first down. That's the good news. The bad news is it's a 1st and 25 because they mark off 15 for the unsportsmanlike conduct. The referees have lost control here. And hopefully they're not going to make it into a circus.
Timeout red.
So Laconia calls the timeout with 1:04 to play. It'll be Somersworth's ball, 1st and 25.
What happened, I believe, Charlie, and I know what happened, is the foul was called after the play was dead, and I think he called it because of the enthusiasm that the Toppers showed when they made that first down.
So often we see controversial calls made year after year in New Hampshire high school athletics. And as you said so many times before, Jim, when you have nobody running the show, and the NHIAA is in such desperate need of some type of organization. It just isn't right.
They do have a commissioner, but it was just for the football organization, for their organization only. What they need is an overall pitcher for a commissioner, a neutral one that'll pick the officials. Not only in football, basketball. I understand they just started this for the next season in baseball. But let's get on with this ball game.
That's
Charlie.
right. Enough with the official beating. And believe me, I'm not one that criticizes officials. I think it's the toughest job in the world. Just don't know why they have to make controversial calls in key situations. 1:04 to play. 1st and 10 for the Toppers. Chapman goes forward and drops the ball. Chapman fumbles it. Why they didn't just fall on the football is beyond me. Chapman's hurt.
No, he's not hurt. I think he just
I think his thighs hurt more than anything, Jim.
Disappointed. Well,
I got to disagree with that call, Jim. With a minute, just over a minute, and you have possession, you just flop on the ball.
Hang on to the ball.
You just fall on it. You don't run a big play.
You're going to see it in the air now. Just bombs away, and it'll be in the flat.
Wow. 1 minute straight up to play. Laconia needs a touchdown and a point after to tie the 2 to win.
They're going to work on Eric Gilbert over on the right. There it is there.
Jones looking. Does he call it a trap or does he call it a completion?
Incomplete.
Calls it incomplete. Jaguar scooped it up off the grass.
Incomplete. Well,
now he's calling it a completion.
He put his arms out.
So they give Jaguar the call. 1st and 10. Now 2nd.
Why are
they're totally unorganized. Like
why
I said,
are they killing the clock?
They've totally lost control here for a few minutes. 42 seconds. We've got 1 yard marker showing 2nd down. We've got one showing 1st and 10.
Oh, they called incomplete now.
Now another referee's calling it incomplete. One calls it complete. Guys, let's get on with it now. Let's go. Good ball game. Let's not spoil it.
And ladies and gentlemen, you have 5 officials out there.
That count us? Chaos reigns on the field. Coach Jim Fitzgerald out on the field.
Pleading for mercy. Calling the official over.
Now, if Jim Keys went out there and they signaled him to get back on. Hi. He's waving to us. Referee is yelling up to the press box to find out something.
He's telling to add 4 seconds to the clock.
Add 4 seconds to the clock.
46.
1st and 10 for Laconia. So they push it up to 46 seconds. We're still showing 1st and 10 on the clock, 2nd and 10 on the yard marker. And we get an offside by Laconia. Matt Geyer a little bit too anxious.
Chaos setting in.
Referee would be best to take an official's timeout and regroup.
Head ball, legal procedure.
Procedure call against Laconia. They'll mark off 5 more.
Now the clock won't start until the snap.
2nd and 15 for the Sachems. 46 seconds on the clock. Somersworth leading it 20-13.
I'd have more men back. Defensive.
Shoot in motion.
There it is.
Jones goes down.
40-22.
Clock ticking, 36 seconds, and Laconia calls a timeout after they let about 8 seconds lapse.
Jamie Bickford was in on that blitz. He started that, and the tackle was made by Derek Kerrigan.
Believe it or not, Laconia scored first in this game in the first quarter on a 49-yard pass play from Aaron Jones to Scott Jaguar. Point after was good by Jamie DeCormier. Somersworth then got back in the game very quickly. Jason Pluff on a 72-yard run. The point after kick by Matt Hamilton was no good. Second quarter started with Somersworth trailing at 7-6, but then very quickly Jason Pluff on a 79-yard touchdown run. The pass from Kevin Strong to Mike Chapman was good for the 2 points, and Somersworth took the lead for a good 14-7 in the third quarter. Chris Crombie on a 3-yard score. That made a 20-0 point after attempt was no good. And here in the fourth quarter, Aaron Jones scored on a 1-yard touchdown for Laconia. The point after was blocked That's our scoring recap on the Care Pharmacy scoreboard. Care Pharmacy with locations in Rochester, Dover, Somersworth, Lee, and Epsom traffic circles.
Hail Mary.
Oh, beautiful pass, but nobody there was intended for Snyder, but Snyder was back at the 35-yard line.
He was wide open on that.
He was, and it was a beautiful pass, but it was in the wrong spot. Snyder was there waiting for Jones' pass.
I think what you're going to see now are these so-called Hail Mary passes downfield.
31 seconds to go. It's a 4th and 18. So he's only going to have one more chance to air it out.
I think you're going to see the speed of that defensive line now on a blitz. Like the shoes on that number 8.
Yeah, I like those red ones, yeah, on Snyder. 4th and 18 for the Sachems. Jones back to pass. He's in trouble. Throws it short. Beautiful catch. One-handed grab by Jason Shute.
He's got no first down.
He doesn't have the first down, though. Shute saves the play on the one-handed grab as Jones was in trouble immediately. And Shute comes up way short. Pickup of probably 10 on the play, but they're still short by about 4 yards. And Somersworth will take over the ball with 22 seconds. And this time, hopefully, they'll be smart enough to just pounce on the football.
You would think it'd be all over but the cheering, but this is high school ball. Anything can happen.
Toppers need to kill off 22 seconds. Well, they don't even have to kill that because the clock is ticking. They may not even get a play off. Strong limping as he heads back into his huddle.
Take the penalty.
7 seconds, 6.
Yeah, they'll take the penalty.
I don't even think they'll have a penalty because there was less than 30 seconds when it started. And the gun sounds, and it's over. Somersworth Hilltoppers have won their second game of the